Hello and welcome to another Wandfluh tutorial. Today I will show you the profile generator. Travel profiles are used for predefined processes in a closed-loop system. In the profile generator, these predefined travel profiles can be stored and then activated through digital inputs. Travel profiles you can use only in a closed-loop system. Before, all parameters for these closed-loop systems must be set. A detailed description about all these parameters you will find in another tutorials on our channel. In our demo application, with a cylinder with a stroke from 0 to 750 millimeters, a current command signal and a voltage feedback signal, we have set already all these parameters that the system will move in a good condition. To set these parameters, we use the known parameterizing software PASO. Here you see the main screen. On the left side, the input signals, command value, feedback value, then all internal signals where you can have a look to what happens on the device. And on the output side, the solenoid current for the connected proportional valve. To start the profile generator, we open the menu Profiles, Generator. For each profile, continuous sequences can be defined. And sequence 1 is always the start sequence. In our demo application, I would like to start at any time at 50 millimeters. That means I adjust here 50 millimeters with a speed from 100 millimeters per second. Acceleration and deceleration I take 200 millimeters per second. Stop time half a second. I say insert. Now this is my start sequence. Always if I start my profile, the cylinder first will move to this position. In our application, it will move always to 50 millimeters. With the next sequence, the cylinder should move in our application to 600 millimeters with a speed of 200 millimeters per second. Same acceleration and deceleration as before. Then wait there for 2 seconds. I insert these values. Now you can see the cylinder will move with this acceleration, this speed, this deceleration to 600 millimeters and wait there for 2 seconds. With the next sequence, the cylinder should move back to the start position. Start position was 50 millimeters. I would have a lower speed here, only 100 millimeters per second. Same acceleration, deceleration. Stop time is not necessary here because the profile is finished. If I insert it, now you see the cylinder will move back to 50 millimeters. We have defined now 3 sequences. Sequence 1 is the start sequence, moving to 50 millimeters. Sequence 2 moves the cylinder to 600 millimeters with these parameters. And sequence 3 will move back the cylinder to 50 millimeters with these parameters here. If everything is okay, I accept the values and close the window. Now I have to define which digital inputs I will use for control the profiles. I open the command value fixed, set the enable to profile. Then I define digital input 6 for the selection of profile number 1. I have 2 other digital inputs for the selection. With these 3 digital inputs, I can make a binary selection of up to 7 travel profiles. I have 3 other digital inputs where I can define, for example, one input to define if I will run the whole profile or if I will run sequence per sequence. For that, I take digital input 3. For the stop signal, I take the digital input 4. I can stop at any time my profile with activating input 4. And the start signal, for that I take input 5. Now if I activate input 5, my profile will start. I accept the values. Now if I activate digital input 6, profile 1 is selected. It's not still running because the start signal is missing, but it's activated. At the moment, my cylinder is on the position of 20 millimeters. If I start now the profile, he will move first to 50 millimeters, then to 600 millimeters, and back to 50 millimeters. I activate now digital input 5, and you will see he moves now to the position defined in the profile. You see also the feedback value will change because the cylinder really is moving. You see also the internal values and also the output current, A or B, depending on if the cylinder moves out or in, high for a higher speed, low for a lower speed. We can see that also in the signal recording. If I start the recording and I start the profile, you see here the signal from the position sensor, and you see here on this picture the real cylinder moving. And he moves from 50 to 60 millimeters, wait there 2 seconds, and then move back to 50 millimeters. We can set other parameters for this sequence. For example, how the sequence end should be defined. If you set here command equal target, then if the internally calculated command value reach this value here, the sequence is finished. To show you that in the signal recording, I link it to output. We have also a sequence active output. I defined digital output 2. If this sequence here now is active, this output is also active. With that, you can make monitoring of an external SPS or something like that. I accept the values, close the window. Now we can go to here. We will have a look to that. I start everything. Now see if I start the sequence, the output sequence active is active. As soon as the command value reaches 600 millimeters, the sequence is stopped. Sequence is end, and the stop time starts to run. Even if the real value, the feedback value, has not still reached the end position. This can happen of bad controller settings, or maybe the speed for the cylinder is too fast. If you will be sure that the sequence ends if really the feedback position is reached, then you have to change this parameter. You have to change here to feedback equal target. Now the sequence ends if really the feedback signal reach this position here. I can show you the difference here. Signal recording, we make a new record. The signal sequence active here changes nothing, but now the signal sequence end really starts if the feedback position reach the end position. The command position is here at the end, but the sequence ends if really the cylinder reach the end position. And you are sure that the stop time starts if the cylinder has reached the position. If you like, for example, by moving back, you like to have 2 speeds. First, a fast speed until a certain position, and then with a lower speed to the end position. You can insert at any time new sequences. For example, I say here 300 millimeter with a speed from 150. You insert it. Now you see I have inserted here a new sequence moving to 300 millimeters. I have no stop time because I will move with this speed and then move with a lower speed to the end position. This lower speed I change also to 50. Accept the values. Now we will see in the signal recording what happens. I start, and I start also the sequence. Now you see he moves to 600 millimeters, wait 2 seconds. Now he moves back with a fast speed until 300 millimeters, and then he moves with a lower speed to the end position. If you like to stop the cylinder by moving back, you can set, for example, for sequence 3 stop time, 2 seconds, accept the value. Now he will move to 300 millimeters, wait there for 2 seconds, and then move back to the end position. We will see that also in the signal recording. Start, also start the profile. He moves now to 600 millimeters, wait 2 seconds, move back to 300 millimeters, wait there for 2 seconds, then move slowly to the end position. You see, with this signal recording, it's very easy to have a look on the system, what happens on the cylinder, and you know what is the real position of my cylinder. We have some other adjustments. For example, the graphic here, you can change between speed stroke to stroke time, depending on what is more interesting for you. And we have also a test moving. If, for example, during the startup of a system, it's not possible to activate the digital inputs, then you can run the complete profile or single sequences through the PASO for have a look if the position is correct, if the speed is correct. You can use this test moving. This profile generator is available on the SD7 Enhanced controller. If you have more questions, please contact us or have a look to our other Wandfluh tutorials on this channel. Thank you for looking and see you later.